Welcome to ABCD. Today, we'll be solving another math question. Okay, so for this question, we are going to start off by drawing out what we understand from the question. Okay, at 11 p.m., the English textbooks were delivered from Yokushima to Sapporo at an average speed of 80 kilometers per hour. So we draw out the distance from Yokushima to Sapporo. Then English textbooks moving towards S at 11 p.m. at a speed of 80 kilometers per hour. Okay, 1 hour later, the Irish textbooks started their journey in the opposite direction. So 1 hour later will be 12 a.m. Then the Irish textbooks will start moving in the opposite direction. Okay. Then at 2 a.m., the deliveries were 35 kilometers apart before passing each other. That's why we draw that they didn't pass each other. And this is 35 kilometers at 2 a.m. Okay. If the Irish textbooks were scheduled to reach Yokushima at 4:30 a.m., at what time would the English textbooks be scheduled to reach Sapporo? Okay, so we put this down as well. So Irish textbook will reach Y at 4:30 a.m. Okay, then the question asks us when the English textbook will reach. Okay, so for this part, we are going to find the area in the length of the distance in blue first, which is how far did the English textbook travel till the point where they are 35 kilometers away. So for this part, the time will be 11 p.m. to 2 a.m., which is 3 hours. The distance for which the English textbook has traveled, right, will actually be which can be obtained from the multiplications of the time times the speed. Okay, so over here the time will be 3 hours. The speed will be 80. Okay, give me a moment. Okay, so the time will be 3 hours and the speed will be 80 kilometers per hour. So the total distance will be 240 kilometers. Okay, then we will calculate the distance in green because we know that Irish textbook is actually 35 kilometers more. Yes. Then we will know that from this point to Y, it will be from 2 a.m. to 4:30 a.m. because that's what the question told us. Okay, so first we will calculate that 2 a.m. to 4:30 a.m. is 2.5 hours. The distance traveled by I will actually be equals to the distance in blue plus 35 kilometers. This will give us 275 kilometers. Okay, then with this detail, we will be able to calculate the speed of the Irish textbook will be equals to 275 kilometers divided by 2.5 hours because that's the distance and that's the time taken. Then the speed will actually ends up to be 110 kilometers per hour. Okay, with this information, we can then find the whole path, which is annotated in red. Okay, so we know that the Irish textbook starts at 12 a.m. and ends the journey at 4:30 a.m. The total time taken will be 4 hours. Therefore, the total distance traveled by the Irish textbook will be there's a typo in the screen. It should be 4.5 hours. That's why the distance traveled by the Irish textbook is 4.5 hours times 110, which gives us 495 kilometers. Okay, since we know that the total distance is 495 kilometers, we'll be able to find the time taken by the English textbook, which will be equals to 495 divided by 80, which is the speed, and this will give us 6 and 3 over 16 hours, which is approximately 6 hours and 12 minutes. Okay, since the textbook starts traveling at 11 p.m., 6 hours and 12 minutes later will be 5:12 a.m. the next day. Okay, that's it. We solved this question. That's it for this episode. We hope that you have learned something new. The link to the worksheets are available in the description below. See ya!